Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but you don't understand what I'm trying to say. See, you're talking, but you keep, listen. It's not the first time though. Bro, it's not the first time. And it will not be the last time. Because I love it. I love it. When we start the show.
It's time for the hottest podcast in the nation. The Cutsconvocoffee Podcast, hosted by best-selling author and entrepreneur D.reed. Get ready for insight, laughs, and conversation. It's about to be lit. Powered by I Can Rock Entertainment. Let's get it. It's that #1 worldwide podcast. Worldwide. It's going down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's up.
Shout out to my man behind the cam, hair can, half amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Fontaine is in the building. Push that subscribe button and let everybody know that you are watching the #1 barbershop podcast, Cuts, Convo, and Coffee.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history.
Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? It's your boy Top Shelf D.reed, man. Y'all feeling good out there? Y'all feeling good? Everybody feeling good? That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome to another episode of Cuts, Convo, and Coffee. Listen, if you're on your way to work, just tell your boss. Listen, you're might be a little late because Cuts, Convo, and Coffee on right now. Listen, man, I want to thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Cuts, Convo, and Coffee, the #1 barbershop podcast. And if you're sitting at home right now, do me a favor. Go ahead and push that subscribe button. There it is right there. Boom. Hit that subscribe button and let everybody know that you are watching #1 barbershop podcast, Cuts, Convo, and Coffee. And I couldn't do it by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. And I couldn't do it, and I don't want to do it without my man behind the cam. We call him half cam, half amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Fontaine is in the building, man.
What's up, D.reed?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Real quick, how was your week, man?
I'm tired.
Good. Hey, well, we're here. We're here, man. I told you we're going from a 0 to 100 real quick. We ain't playing today, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, we got a lot of people in the house, man. I think it's going to be a dope show, man.
It's crowded.
I love it, man. I mean, I'm ready for it. Listen, I was hyped all day. I knew we had a great guest coming on today. I knew there was going to be some extra people here. We always got a studio audience here, but I love that. And if you're new to the show, you know what I mean, you can see that we never usually have food on the table, but listen, we got food on the table right now. Wow, we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that. Is that okay, Half Can?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to talk about that, man. We can't wait to get to that. But listen, man, you just joined us, man. We just want to thank you guys for supporting the show. Coming to watch Cuts, Convo, and Coffee each and every week. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, push that subscribe button, like, share. Let everybody know that you're watching the #1 barbershop in the nation, man, with your boy, Top Shelf D.reed, hair cam, half amazing. Then. How you doing, man? You good?
Yes, good.
All right, so listen, man. I want to give y'all the intro, and the intro has always been sponsored by somebody that we love, that has always been someone that we respect, that got a good business aspect and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Abundance Child is in the building, man. Yeah. You want? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, Abundance, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
By the way of Drop Squad. Man, listen, you've been taking care of us for the last couple of weeks. For those just watching the show, man, Abundance Childs have been here taking care of us, looking out for us, making sure we're eating healthy. And you know, a lot of times when you hear about food being healthy, it's like, I don't know if it's going to taste that good. You know what I mean? Because when I hear healthy food, I think of rice cakes and all that. I be thinking shit like rice cakes and all that. But no, this is different. Right. This is different. So, I mean, we're going to get to a lot of other things, but real quick, tell us what you done brought us, man, because you done brought the boy food. You said you was going to do it. You did it.
Wow.
A lady of her word.
Gotta be a woman. That word is my bond. So, we have macaroni and cheese. You said cheese. It's hard to give up the cheese. And I said by any cheese necessary.
Any cheese necessary.
That's right.
You hear that? Any cheese necessary. Like, you had me right there with the hook. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, last time on the show, I was talking about that because a lot of people don't know that I'm a cheese lover. Like, I put ketchup on cheese. That's how much I like cheese. I'm bad with it. It don't even matter. You know what I mean? And just to have someone to say, no, we got some. Because, you know, they saying cheese ain't good for you. Like, the older we get, we start to hear about all the stuff we've been eating, and now it's not good for it. Now you can't drink milk. Like, now it's cow pus. Like, God, damn, you know what I mean? Every time you turn around, am I right?
You're right, because the more calcium you eat, the more it's actually taking away from your bones. It's not helping you.
But I'm lactose intolerant, right? So how do you? I can't get. Don't listen. We're not giving y'all the recipe. Don't even play. We're not doing that. But I will say this is healthy macaroni and cheese. Why is it healthy macaroni and cheese?
It's healthy, first of all, because it's a grain-free macaroni and cheese.
Woo!
So for all the gluten-free freaks, it's gluten-free.
What is gluten?
Gluten is
Black people hear it all the time. You act like we know what it means. What is gluten? You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Is it glue in there or something?
It's the actual protein of the wheat. It's the thing that glues everything together. It's that fiber that makes it chewy and umami and protein. It's
I think I'm allergic to gluten. I think so. I think
a lot of us are allergic to wheat because they change the recipe. Like if we the same age.
Okay.
I'm 49, so.
Right. But I identify as 30. Everybody identifies shit. I'm pick mine too.
I don't identify. I am 26.
There you go. There you go.
But tomatoes, everything is different. Even Doritos taste different. Oreos taste different. How do I know? Because they're accidentally vegan. You remember, like, the stuff don't taste the same as it used to taste back in the day.
It don't. A lot of food, even at restaurants, it don't taste the same. A lot of stuff. So, but this is what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Because right now it smells like. Listen, it smells wonderful. I am a macaroni cheese dude. You know, and I'm gonna ask my guests that when he come on. I can't show them yet. But when my guests come, I'm gonna ask them about the food and stuff like that. But you don't mind if I take a little taste on live?
That's for you.
Y'all don't mind if I do. So look, I gotta give y'all the real. I gotta give them the real. You know what I mean? The real. You know what it is.
What a Drop Squad sponsorship look like.
So let me tell you, it looked just like macaroni and cheese. It looked just like macaroni and cheese. Oh, not yet, Jay. Not yet. He can't wait. Right. So let me say this: it's hot, it's warm, it feels like macaroni and cheese. It looked like macaroni and cheese. You even got the little bird, like the chard. You gotta say chard, from the suburbs. You know what I mean?
It got the skin.
I'm from the projects. Bird, no, it's not bird. It's the chard. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and taste it, right? Get on my honest opinion. See, macaroni and cheese lovers, right? Macaroni and cheese lovers already know if it's good. Number one, they can see it, right? But when they go into your mouth and they got that little smack, you know what I mean? That sounds like some good. It sounds like some good. But if it sounds like some good, let me talk. But anyway, that means it's good. Abundance. Let me say this: you might have changed my life. You might have changed my life in a healthy way, because all my life I have been looking for something that I can eat like healthy macaroni and cheese. I'm like, man, it's impossible. We can't. But this is good. This is amazing. I can't wait till my guests.
I seen you on the site, so
let me try it one more time because I'm gonna make sure. Because you gotta get y'all want some of this? What? I gotta taste that too. All right, hold on. Hello, Garrett. Man, we got the door. Okay, we can do this. Wait, now what is this right here? Now what is this? That's the macaroni and cheese. Y'all ever had vegan macaroni and cheese? Anybody in here? You haven't had it?
I have.
Oh my God. I gotta get you a fork. We got other special guests here. Listen, we live. Anyway, so tell me what I got right here, because it looks like a salad.
That is the Marley salad, so that's our barbecue jerk.
Barbecue jerk.
Kale salad. Mangoes, fresh tomatoes, red onion in our special house-made New Jerusalem sauce.
Jay, don't worry, Jay, we coming, Jay. Jay, we coming. You coming. You just started the show, Jay. You started it. I got it. Here we coming. Hold on. I can't believe. Now this is vegan too.
It's all plant-based.
It's all plant-based.
All
okay,
made
so that's
from
the difference.
Scratch.
Right.
No commercial.
Right. Look, hair cam like, yo, I don't know if you telling me to keep eating or hurry the hell up. But anyway, hair cam, you good? But let me taste it again.
He making up his own leg.
All right, we gotta get back to the show.
What you got there? What you have in that drink?
Oh, so we got one more thing. Oh my God. All right, gee, look. Hit her up. Listen, chill, y'all. We're gonna give you all the information. We're gonna let you know how you can get it. She on DoorDash, am I right?
That's right.
The mothership.
And the mothership.
Come on now, I already know about that. By the way, the Drop Squad, you know what I mean? So, and this right here, we got one more thing. Hold on, we coming. What we got right here? What's this called?
That's High Red.
High Red.
That's an adult Kool-Aid. It's a hibiscus tisane. It's ginger. It's lemon. It's
I'm done.
Cloves.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Sean in the building. Sean, listen. Sean, I just had a whole meal in front of y'all on Cutsconvocoffee. I just had, how in the world, like, y'all just let me just rock out like this? So we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to bring her, Abundance back tomorrow, too. Can you bring something else? You got vegan pizza?
Listen.
Don't worry about it.
I will make it happen.
Listen, I want to thank you, number one, on behalf of Cutsconvocoffee.
Yes,
and by the way of Half Cam, Half Amazing. We appreciate you. We appreciate your sponsorship that you have done, for us with the Drop Squad and just you, the Heal Thyself Tea. Heal Thyself Tea, y'all know I talk about that a lot. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna tell y'all everything I taste was magnificent. Everything I taste was amazing. Everything. and I'm gonna stamp that thing.
Yes, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Abundance Child. Woo! Wow. Hair cam. That was good, man. Can we leave this right here? We go right here? We cool?
Yeah, we can leave it there.
All right, so listen, man, we got a couple things to do. I got a couple preliminary stuff I got to do. So listen, if it's your first time tuning in, thank you again. So I'm tasting this guy like, let me, one more time, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Listen.
You can still taste it in your mouth, can't you? It's like that. It's real flavors.
That macaroni cheese, serious. So I'm gonna need a whole pot of that and, you know what I mean, nice little basket of.
A basket, you got it.
And a gallon of this. All right?
All right.
All right, cool. So listen, if you just tuned in to Cutsconvocoffee, we having the ball here. Listen, this is my way of, pretty much, bringing the barbershop outside outside of the barbershop atmosphere with Cutsconvocoffee. So when people are new here, I need to explain the show, right? Am I right here, Cam? Then let's go. Listen, man, it's the boy D.reed. Listen, man, I am the host of Cutsconvocoffee. And why do we call it Cutsconvocoffee? Number one, I come from that barber world. Yeah, I was a retired professional barber and instructor, but I didn't want to just leave the barbershop without bringing that wholesome conversation outside the barbershop, hence cuts. And then we got Convo, the great conversation. The Black Man's Country Clubs. It's the barbershop. Even salons, too. I don't want to leave y'all out, so there you go. Cuts, Convo, and then coffee. Why we call it coffee? Tell them, Ray, why we call it coffee. Because we are woke and not blind. There it is. You know what I mean? We are woke. A lot of people proclaim to be woke, Sean, but they are blind. You know what I mean? It's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, we woke. Yeah, but you're blinded in the you know what? Anyway, and that's why we call it Cutsconvocoffee. Welcome to the show. Welcome to my barbershop, man. Listen, man, we got a great show today. We got a couple guests in the house. My boy Sean in the house, and we got Mia Mendez in the house. Wow. I don't know. You cool? Before I bring you in front of the mic, we might have to bring you in front of the mic for the show. But I just want to give you a little shout out. You know what I mean? Actress, radio personality, business everything. Like what voice? I mean, your voice is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Do I sound all right? Am I sound on the mic? Okay, well I want to make sure because she got the voice, known for the voice, right? So thank you for joining the show. So listen, y'all. What? We'll get her in the way. Well, don't worry, we're gonna switch you. We're hair cam and switch you out in a minute, so we good. But listen, y'all. Without further ado, man, I got a great show for you guys today. We still gonna do our segment, and I like my guests to come on as someone that I can interview, someone I can talk to, but more so someone I can kick it with and actually co-host with me. So if you come on the Cutsconvocoffee show, it's not the fact I'm just gonna interview you, but you're gonna go and join these conversations with me. So we got the Hots coming up, we got the Out of Pocket coming up, we got the Ask D.reed coming up, and listen, we just gonna keep on rocking the show with my man Half Can't Half Amazing. And without further ado, this guy I have seen just on the news just recently in Philadelphia News, and they was talking about this product, and we got some type of connection. We probably get into that too, where we got some mutual friends, mutual families, and life has made a way where they brought our brothers together. Let me say that. And he's a great dude from the time I met him, and he has a clothesline right now. And I hope I can say it right. It's the clothesline, and it's called For the Culture. So without further ado, my man Jared Wright is in the building, man.
What's up, D.reed?
How you doing, man?
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh man, it's gonna be a wonderful show today, man.
Yes, sir.
So look, I'm not gonna hold you all along, but I got some questions and all that stuff, man. But this was true. I was just telling people that I was just watching something on the news, and I seen that they did a story. Tell us about that.
We released this collaboration with Ebbetsfield Flannels,
Abbottfield's Flannel?
Ebbetsfield Flannels. Okay. Yeah, they're owned by Lids, and Lids is owned by Fanatics. But basically, Ebbetsfield, they own all of the Negro League licenses.
See, I seen that. Yeah. I thought that was really important, stuff like that. So your clothesline is called For the Culture.
For the Culture clothing. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
and where did you get that from? What made you say, or matter how do you even get into doing the clothes?
Man, it's a long story. Really, a couple of my friends, we was in a group chat.
That's how it started.
Back in 2015, and we was just talking yo, this for the culture, this for the culture, that for the culture. We was just talking back and forth. Right. What does that mean? It's just a saying people throw out there. People always ask me what it means. It's I tell them a different answer every time. My business partner in the brand, we kind of go back and forth about what that means. But basically, It started in a group chat, and we just said, you know what, we're going to put this on a shirt for the culture.
Right.
So we put it on the shirt, and it started with a few shirts, and it's just, 9 years.
So 9 years, man.
9 years.
Wow, 9 years. And
Sure.
let me tell you something. I've been hearing about it so much and stuff like that about for the culture. And you're right. People always talk about we're gonna do this for the culture, but what exactly does that mean, or what makes our brand or something different? You know, that what are y'all bringing? Y'all feel different because Jared, everybody got clothesline. Like everybody got a podcast. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? What? And don't get me wrong. You're already separating yourself a little bit already with the culture stuff. Mm-hmm. You know. So what makes it different?
It's kind of like culture. It means something different for everybody, but basically the concept of culture is like the people that you surround yourself with, your collective environment, right?
Right.
So you can be for the culture. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's just about you're true to yourself, true to your environment, and you true to the people around you. You got a purpose, Culture, like being for the culture is having a good purpose, a positive purpose.
Okay, and let me ask you this. So even though it's for the culture and for what did it originate from, or what city, or what state, or where was you at when you guys?
It's crazy. I'm originally from Philadelphia. I was in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for like 13 years.
A-Town,
but
Philadelphia.
my business partner and his the original people in the group chat, they all was in Philadelphia. So really, when it started, they create like we talked about what would our initial offering be. We put together the original shirts, and it's like
how many was it?
Inventory.
How many was it, y'all?
Originally, it was 3.
So 3 y'all started out.
Yeah, it's 2 now. Primarily, but basically they sent me the merchandise, and I kind of went and got it in stores in Atlanta while I was down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now, you was born in Philadelphia.
Yes.
And then you end up moving to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And
I went to school. I lived out of my 36 years, I lived in Philly for 18 years. I lived in Delaware for 4 years.
Wow.
And the rest Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you got, and all the other guys, they was from
Philadelphia.
And so you actually moved to Atlanta. Did they go to Atlanta too?
No, that's the thing.
I'm trying to see how.
You know what I mean? We always kept in contact. One of my business partners in the culture, he lived in Atlanta for a period of time.
Okay.
He moved down there with his wife and kids.
Okay.
While I was down there. So what happened was he came back to Philly. At this point, he was back in Philly when the clothing line was started.
Okay, so when I see like a lot of people with clothing line, and I'm sure everybody, a lot of people got clothing line nowadays, but for some reason, this one just seemed like it stuck out to me, and then seeing it on the news and all this stuff, it just seemed something special. Now, did y'all start out with T-shirts? Did y'all start with hoodies? And how far did y'all take it from there, pretty much?
I mean, we started originally with T-shirts and hats. That was the original offering. Right. And again, like you said, everybody got clothing line. So we went through those periods of time where it was like, damn, do we even want to still do this?
Right.
Arguments, just years of time. But I will say this, we lost money for 9 years.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So you say you had the clothesline, y'all started. You moved down to Atlanta and all that stuff, and then y'all started. It looked like it was taking off a little bit, and then you started losing money after that.
No, I mean,
or right from the gate.
I'm gonna break it down like this. Every year we had some sort of win. We had some wins
awesome
to keep the energy going.
Okay.
Right? So we would get a win, and it would be excitement. Then we might get a loss. You might get 1 win, 3 losses. Right. But what happened was the win sustained the enthusiasm enough to keep it going, to keep the energy going.
That's awesome to hear, because now it's 3 guys, and so currently it's still 3 guys.
No, it's 2.
So it's 2 now.
Yeah.
So the other one pretty much we ain't got.
It's still family. He supported.
Right.
Again, just without getting into the inner workings of that too much.
Right. Of course.
Basically, they my brothers. He my brother too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Good.
The thing about it is, at a point he started his family, he had kids. He kind of
life start life.
And again, it's hard to continuously lose.
And
keep the energy going.
Yeah.
That's difficult to do.
Yeah.
But the 10,000 hours, I heard you talk about that on the pocket. That's real life.
That's real life.
Nothing in life that you gonna do, if you don't put pain in it and experience some loss, it ain't gonna work for you.
I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people, of course, this generation nowadays, they like to see the outcome. You know what I mean? And they see the outcome, and they like, okay, it makes them not even want to put in the work in the process. But you saying that, we went through some L's for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Someone could easily give up on that, but you didn't give up, man.
Every year.
You kept going. You know what I mean?
I personally met with the NBA 4 times. I still don't have an NBA license. It's still, and my enthusiasm's still the same, because I know it's coming. I gotta have that energy.
I love it.
It's coming.
I love it.
I never quit. I never doubted it throughout this entire time. I said, My business partner, we argue, go through it. I'm like, look, we doing this, bro. You don't have no choice.
Right.
It's
right.
like we gonna win. There's no choice but winning.
I love that. I love that because a lot of people were thinking that when you lose money or something, or you're taking an L. And I heard someone say that. They say it's not an L for loss, but an L for a lesson. So even through those years, you wasn't taking L's as losses. You was actually learning lessons, and you guys persevere. Y'all just kept going. That is amazing to me.
No doubt
Because
about it.
this generation right now, like you'll give up in a couple months. You're like, yo, you just started. You know what I mean? And then if you study anything about business, they say the average business, it takes about 3 years, I guess. I don't know, probably longer than that now, but it takes 3 years to really, kick off, And me being an entrepreneur, and I seen that though. People don't understand that part, the process. You know what I mean? It's like we look down on the process or we give up in the process, and that's the thing that's actually building you up for your strength.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that's how we kind of met. You know what I mean? Our businesses came together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we could talk about that. How we meet?
He ain't just a barber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had bought a house, moved in the house with my wife.
Yeah.
And we was doing work and additions on the house, and we needed we needed to finish up some things. We needed to finish an addition.
ASAP, we had to rock out.
And we called him. He put it together in a short amount of time. Got it done.
That's what's up, man.
I don't know him as a barber. I told him that. I never seen him cut hair.
Look, we on Cutsconvocoffee. You don't even know. You cut hair when he walked in.
I know he got a contracting business for sure.
Yeah.
I know that. But then, talking to my father-in-law and him is very close.
Yeah.
So he telling me he telling me about all his entrepreneurial ventures. And again, that's another thing. Like, you got to seek the level you want to be at. Yeah. If you want to be a boss, you got to be around bosses. If you want to be
say that shit.
Yeah,
say that.
Water find its level. If you want to be around people that's doing something, if you want to do something, you got to be around people that's doing something.
And let me say this, man, and props to you, man, because your clothing line is called For the Culture Clothing, right?
Right.
And the way you're talking, it sounds like you're for the culture too. That's
for sure.
It's like you're authentic. You know what I mean? It's not like you just got a clothesline. No. The way he's teaching, the way he's talking about, we gotta go through some process. We're gonna take some L's, and you gotta hang around with the right people. And that's what we try to do even on this show, is that these great conversations that we have in the barbershop, we got to bring out here so these young people can know
for sure
that this doesn't happen overnight. No. You know what I mean? And you've been doing it for how long now? I mean, total now.
It's about to be 10. It's about to be 10 years.
Woo!
In 2025, it's 10 years. We're going to do a big, crazy event.
Wow, man.
10 years for sure.
That's awesome, man. So, again, you start out with the t-shirts, you start out with the hats and stuff like that. Are now, as far as like jeans and or even sneakers, or is that something that's coming down the pike where you feel like, we're going to spread out a little bit?
Maybe not jeans. Probably not sneakers. Again, we would work with a sneaker company. We would work with jeans. But I realized, my path kind of took me to collabs. That's how the jersey came about, the collab with Ebbets Flannels and all that. But really is working with other brands who are doing something. We could kind of collaborate on things. I kind of realized over time, you can leverage other people and their network to advance yourself.
I totally agree. And now, other than the company that you mentioned, is there any other people that you did collaborate other than them?
For sure.
And stuff like that.
We just did 100 jackets for the Delaware Blue Coats.
Ooh, yes. That's what I want to talk about. There we go.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, they doing good too.
Yeah, all season ticket holders. It gave them away to their lower level season ticket. That's people was mad about that, and I want to speak on that. We ain't had nothing to do with that. But we love the Blue Coats.
Go ahead, that's right.
Shout
we
out
love
to the Blue Coats.
We love the
Jameer
Blue
Nelson,
Coats.
Jameer Nelson. We did.
Yeah. Now is he the new coach or the new assistant?
The
coach?
new GM.
The new GM.
The GM.
Oh, okay. I heard his name out there, and that's good because he's from Chester, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's from Chester. Hey, half amazing. I already know.
1913.
There you go. Yeah, I ain't forgot. But anyway, yeah. So
we collab with him too. Jameer, we did a bunch of shirts with him. We just dropped that 2 months ago.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got Blue Coats. Is there anybody that you feel that D, I would like to work with this, or you just feel it to the point that I work with anybody that's on the up and up, and how
anybody
you feel
get with me. If it's I done photo shoots in certain areas. Kids just come out their house yo, I got a clothing line. I'm posting them. You give me some advice or something like that. What should I do? I'll talk to them immediately. It don't matter. Get with us. Right now, Instagram, they shadow banning businesses too. So right now, I'm on Instagram hiatus for 2 days. But we'll be back. And
good stuff.
At the end of the day,
We're going to get all your plugs and where they find you at and all that stuff. Don't even worry about that, man. Give it up for my bro, Jared Wright. We're going to come back to Jared, man. Man, that was some good stuff, and we just getting started, man. Sure. Listen, man, so how we doing Cutsconvocoffee? Like I said before, we always have someone on the show, a wonderful guest that's going to be enlightening, going to have a product, going to have something to say, going to drop them gems. That's what I'm into. That's what I love. And then, again, you don't know, when it hits my soul to hear your title of your clothesline is For the Culture, because God knows we need a lot of things for the culture, man. Sure. So, yeah. So, what I also want to do, like I said, we're going to talk to you, but you're going to have to co-host with me. You don't mind co-hosting with me?
Yeah, let's get it.
You don't mind. It's about that time. I want to get into at least one of the hots, or something like that. And just so you know, we're going to get to this segment. The hots is more so that we talk about all the national stuff that's going on, everything they talk about on social media and stuff like that. And also, Mia Mendez, if you want to chime in, Mia Mendez is in the building. She done stepped up. You don't mind, dude. You don't mind, right?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Thank you for see y'all.
Likewise. Thanks for joining an actress. Radio host.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's easier to say the things that you don't do. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
So
Too kind. I'm very good. Blessed.
Good. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming.
I like this setup.
Good. And you got something coming up too, right? I've been doing my little homework.
I do have a film coming up.
Go
Look
ahead.
at you.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. You want to go ahead and share that with me before I get to the hots?
Sure. Yeah. So upcoming film is called More Than the Streets. We just actually dropped the trailer this week. So it's if you're on Instagram at More Than the Streets movie. Also on Facebook, More Than the Streets. So, yeah, that's the next one. Premiere date has not been announced yet, but I will say it's going to be end of June.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to bring you back on, so we're going to talk about that too, right?
Oh, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get into a segment. But, Jared, this is what I want you to do. You can go ahead and get the fork. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
take that macaroni and cheese. I'm going to let you go ahead and do what you do. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into the hots, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the hots. Yeah, man. So this is what I'm gonna do, man. Here you go, man. Get some glasses.
Okay.
Get some glasses. Jared, you good? So, I do not do the hots without, me putting on these glasses, which are my favorite glasses by Blender. Don't blend in, blend out, man. You see Dion with these? Which one? I got the Dion's on you. Oh no, these still Dion's, but anyway, I don't do the hots without having these glasses on.
Okay,
you like them?
I like it. I love it.
There you go. Jared, you can go ahead. Oh, Jared got the Deion Sanders on. Okay. So again, this is international, national news. Stuff that you guys have heard about. Maybe you got a comment on it. Let's go. First things first. Let's talk about Chris Brown and Quavo. Oh Lord. So is it beef? Did y'all hear about the beef? Y'all hear about the rap beef? We ain't gonna go too deep and all that stuff about it, but did y'all hear about Chris Brown and the rap beef of Chris Brown and Quavo? Y'all heard about it?
Definitely heard about it.
How do you feel about that? Do you get into this stuff?
I'll be honest, I didn't listen too deeply to it. I'm not, I don't understand even why we going through this, but I'm a fan of both. I heard a little bit of snippet here and there on social media. I will say of what I heard, I would rock with Chris, but I didn't hear either completely.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You know what? And it's like every week, y'all, it's a new beef. Every week it's someone. And it's not a new beef with just certain, it's like different beef with different genres. Like, it started out with the comedy. Yeah. Now we got hip hop. Yeah. Now I think R&B is up next, right? We got R&B up next. Like, did they already have the beef? I don't know, but I don't know how it starts. You know what I mean? It's just all of a sudden, people got these little problems and they go, what, they go right to the booth? Oh man, and they go right to the booth. I can't imagine that. I'm gonna go right to the booth. Well, how does it start?
I mean, I can understand like the start of it, I guess, but I just don't know how Quavo and Chris Brown got involved. I don't know like all the other individuals that jumped in. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they just wanted to be a part of it. I'm not sure.
and I thought we was in the clear because we just got Drake in them, right? Not really, but Drake, Rick Ross, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Like what is going on, y'all? I think there's a plan. I think they don't even have nothing to do with it. I think it's they say divide and conquer. I think we're about to be conquered or something because there's a lot of dividing going on and people don't even see that. You know what I mean? And it's just Jared is good.
Jared, you all right?
God damn it, right, Jared?
Killing the solid.
Drop Squad.
Yeah, Drop Squad Kitchen. But yeah, I just think that it's a lot of dividing going on. And you know what? we can go back and forth and say they need to stop and all that, but it ain't no shooting going on right now.
Absolutely,
it ain't no knuckling up going
absolutely.
on. I don't think it's gonna go that far. I think it has. Don't get me wrong. Other history, those things are went a little worse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think these guys are.
I don't think so either.
No,
and shout out to J. Cole. I'm a huge J. Cole fan. So
yeah, people like J. Cole.
I know people are
Cole.
like 50-50 on the fact that he bowed out, but I can appreciate it. I like what he said. So I just think it was from jump unnecessary. So I think he did it not even really genuinely wanting to.
Right.
So it's like, you have that moment of like, why am I even in this?
Right.
And he was like, okay. And at this point, with so many people jumping in, I just feel like he did the right thing of bowing out. Let me sit down.
And my thing is, just make good music. Whatever you do, just keep making good music, man, and don't stop. Jerry, how you feel about that?
I want to see one of these R&B diss. Like, I want to see somebody diss somebody sing. I was thinking that Chris Brown rapping Quavo, you should have came back singing.
Oh, we're gonna touch on that again later on this show. Trust me when I tell you.
I thought that was funny. Like,
I got something to say about that. Yeah, I got that's a good point.
How do you diss somebody singing though? I don't even know if you could do that.
I mean, if you actually sound good, it's possible. You just have to be really good.
Let me tell you something. Just like you're a J. Cole fan, I'm a Chris Brown fan. Like, Chris Brown is Anunnaki. He's from whole nother planet. Like,
it's amazing.
Nibiru. He's from Nibiru somewhere. I don't know where he's from, but I don't know. King Anu's son. He's one of. I'm going too deep. I didn't know y'all didn't know that. Oh, okay. I didn't know if y'all knew about Sumerian writings, but anyway. What? No, what? We all don't try me. Look, I done lost some people. Like, you got the woke people that are cautious, you know. But anyway, I like Chris Brown. Y'all woke and y'all not blind. That's what I like. I'm not blind. Listen, don't let these. The little fool, you hear me? Anyway, so again, we love it. It's all fun and games. You know what I mean? Right now, and guys, listen, man. Listen, Chris Brown, Quavo, Rick Ross, Drake, all y'all love. I mean, J. Cole came out and apologized, right? I ain't saying everybody got to do that, but chill, man. At the end of the day, we black brothers. Y'all making money. Y'all making rich music. They're all rich. Jared, they all rich.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I definitely want to talk about that, but I got a feeling that we're going to wrap it up with them again at the end of the show. We'll see how we're going to do that, too. Because somebody's going to make out of pocket. Somebody they got to make out of pocket. You know what I mean? Hey, so anyway, but next up real quick, they talking about banning TikTok. Did y'all hear that today?
Yeah, that just actually,
today, right?
I believe Biden signed it.
Hey,
so,
I saw the old tape where Joe Biden, he asked him, he was getting on a plane, hey, if they send the bill on your table, and if the bill come on the table, I'm going to sign it. How y'all feel about it? We might lose TikTok. We're going to lose some dancing.
It's some political stuff behind
like,
it.
We're going to lose some couple. Is it more than this? That? Like, no.
Cooking reels.
Huh?
The cooking reels. That's what I
see, like, who's worse, though? You know what I mean? But anyway, so are y'all worried? Are you concerned about losing TikTok? I am, y'all. I ain't going to front.
I think it's like a billionaire, like a conservative billionaire that's trying to buy it. So that's...
From America?
No, I don't know where exactly he's from. I just know he's super conservative.
Okay.
So that's part of like...
Okay.
Yeah, like TikTok, and then TikTok that they show in China is different than TikTok.
It is.
Oh, a lot of people don't know it, but it's so
much
true.
more censored everywhere else. For various reasons.
So would it bother you for them to get rid of?
It doesn't bother me, but I can understand the argument. I personally don't have TikTok. It's not something that I do. I see stuff. I have Instagram, and but
get rid of Instagram. That's what it is. That's what I want to say. Get rid of that.
Why you want to get rid of Instagram?
Man, because my thing is just full of this twerking. They just twerking too much.
You know what?
It's just
that has to do with your algorithm.
But how? But see, I was waiting for that because I knew that was going to come. Like, I was waiting for them to say that, but how they going to present that? It's like she putting the food up here and I'm not going to eat it. Like, we're going to taste it, right?
Discipline, sir.
Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, because they got impressions. So you go through. You can't slide through. If it's macaroni and cheese, I'm going to stop on that.
You know what?
And next thing you know, it's full of macaroni and cheese. Am I right, Sean? Come on, back me up, Sean.
He ain't listen. He ain't say nothing.
But anyway, I touched a couple strings when I said Instagram. Like, D. When I said TikTok, like, man, get rid of that shit. Cooking, dancing. So I said that.
I like the certain stuff that I see, but would I be heartbroken if it was banned? No, but I know it will affect a lot of people, so I can understand both sides of it.
So what happened is he actually he signed the bill, all that, and everybody probably thinking, are they just gonna stop and get rid of it? No, they giving them an ultimatum of either you gonna sell it to us, or are we gonna ban it, or are we gonna just cut it off?
Yeah.
So that's where they at now. So they want him to sell it to someone, like you said, in America. So maybe someone's up the bat to buy it, I guess.
We'll see. We just gotta make sure it's in the right hands. I mean, anything that the kids see, we gotta pay attention to.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And y'all touched on something real quick. It was very important. You said China doesn't watch the same TikTok as we do.
Yeah,
right?
They're censored. I believe in other countries as well. It's like limited as far as time. They're only allowed to use it for like 4 hours a day. So there's limits everywhere else, and there's some good to that. So
yeah, I think so too. I was watching it again, but TikTok is actually informative too. Don't like a lot of stuff. We learned a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't know that pretty much any number times 9 equals 9. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. That's another thing. I bet y'all didn't know that right there. Who knew that? Pretty much any number. Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that? What's 9 times 4? What's 9 times 4?
36.
Right, 3 is 6. It's 9. Did y'all know that?
Yes.
9 times 7. Pick one. It don't matter where y'all want to say.
I did not.
63.
I feel like I might.
How far y'all want to
that.
go? Huh? That's amazing.
I
But
feel like I feel like I might have known that at some point, maybe in school, but I just forgot it and I just retold me. But yeah,
that's good. She's good. She's good. She's the best. She's good. That's good.
I'm serious. You know, like I think, I knew that.
Yeah,
but
I didn't know it. But TikTok does things like, I didn't know that. But anyway, but yeah, speaking on that, they get a different TikTok. I was watching something in China and the kids was cooking and doing, they were doing so much at 5 years old, 6 years old. And I'm talking about meals like this at 5 years old. Meanwhile, our kids is, doing whatever they doing. But, no shot against us, but they're like, at least they appear advanced. Maybe it's propaganda too, but they appear advanced, man.
right.
So, hey, hopefully they don't get rid of TikTok. I really don't want them to get rid of TikTok. I'm sure. How y'all feel? Let me know in the comments. Y'all know we talking about it, but I'm sure y'all got y'all opinions too as well. It was a boxing match this week. Y'all into boxing? Anybody boxing? Sure. Garcia, Haney fight. Did y'all catch it?
Upset.
I saw highlights.
Me too. So I saw highlights, and I'm not a big boxing fan, but I watch the big fights. You know what I mean? And this one, I think I was just out of town. So you're a big boxing fan.
Yeah, for sure.
So did you think Haney was going to win? Did you have your money on him?
I didn't bet. I wasn't confident in Haney. I don't think Haney is that good anyway. But I wasn't just behind Ryan Garcia.
Right.
No Diddy, but like I wasn't like just that way. But
I heard that. That's what's up.
But no, like I just Tank is the best boxer in those that weight range.
Say it. I like Tank.
Yeah.
I like Tank. Y'all like Tank? I like Tank though. But I've been watching it to see Garcia that he just lost to Tank, right?
Right.
And then he came in and had a comeback like that. Like he's right back in the rankings. You know what I mean? Like so, Cam.
Hey.
What you like? Who do you like? I know you had your money.
I like Haney.
Oh, you like Haney?
It was plus 900 on Garcia.
You took.
So
Garcia.
I took that
Smart
bet.
Man.
You took that bet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hope my wife ain't watching or listening.
There you go.
I can't tell her.
And you know what's funny? He wasn't that impressive when he fought Tank. I didn't think he was that impressive, but Tank did say the boy hit really hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Tank say he was good?
He said
Tank was
said,
like, look,
I fought a lot of people, but he hits the hard. He hit the hard. I was like, wow.
Well, keep in mind too, they did hydrate him.
Okay.
He
was heavier than before.
Yeah. So that's another thing. He had came overweight, right? 3 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was 500,
so
half a million for every pound.
It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
He had to give up $500,000 for every pound. They betted on that, right? He said, "Yo, if you come over, you can come over to 3 pounds, but I need $500,000 for every pound." And he shook his hand on it. And hey,
oh wow.
He also won $12 million. He bet $2 million on himself.
Oh yes, and won $12 million. Like
plus 900.
That's smart.
That's crazy.
Basically, y'all, we gotta get this money, y'all. We gotta stop playing because if niggas are giving up $500,000 for a pound, what? All this weight we gaining, I'm trying to come down. What?
I got some extras.
They giving $500,000 for a pound. Let's just take a moment, right? That's not we just going to just brush off. Like God, $500,000 is that type of money out here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Hots Man. Yeah. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. I'm gonna take our little things off a little bit. So, again, y'all, if you just tuned in to Cutsconvocoffee, man, you're watching the #1 podcast, man. My guest is on here, Mr. Jared Wright, man, with the For the Culture clothing line, which I love so much, man. Jared, where can they shop and buy your clothing right now? I want to ask you that too.
You could go on forthecultureclothing.com. You could also go on Ebbets to buy this collab. The collab we did for the Philadelphia Stars. This is the jersey. So
that's a Negro League, right?
Yes. That's the Philadelphia Stars jersey. On the back it say culture in 15.
Yes. Now, did somebody wore it this week? Was it the Phillies? Somebody who wore it? Somebody wore it. I seen the patches on the news.
You might have. I don't know. The news was talking trash because the Phillies came up with a new NBC 10.
Oh, I'll see. Oh, really?
They was talking about it.
You hear the gong?
They don't like the Phillies jerseys. Like a lot of people don't. But shout out to the Phillies. The Phillies reached out when they saw that news thing. They reached out. So we working with the Phillies real soon.
Good stuff. Speak that. Say that.
I met with them today. Shout out to the Phillies, no doubt.
Good stuff, man. So the day-to-day process of being a person that owns a clothesline, what does that look like? Is it something that this is 24 hours? We on this every day. Every morning I get up, I have to take orders. I have to do this. What is the process from a Monday morning for you getting up?
For me, it's a lot of I talk to part of my role in the business is sales. So I talk to people we working on. Like right now, we just closed the Scotch Porter. We did hats for Scotch Porter. You know Scotch Porter, the beer company. Yeah. One of my friends, he's like a chief marketing officer for Scotch Porter.
Okay.
So he reached out. They're gonna do something big for Father's Day.
Good stuff.
We were just going back and forth on that, making sure we got paid, making
there
sure
you go.
We could.
There you go. Talk it.
Fulfill their order. They wanted special barcodes on each hat. So it'd be little stuff like that. Most of what I do is communication, and then I try to get new business. I reach out to other people.
So do y'all do pop-up shops? Even that stuff like that.
For sure.
And do y'all have a pop-up shop? Is that coming up, or just something y'all just done, or something that we can find even in that?
We did one at Lids April 6th in King of Prussia. So whatever we didn't sell
at Lids,
out,
yeah,
because Lids owns the company Ebbets, so it's kind of like synergy. They kind of work back and forth. That's what
good stuff.
I ain't realize that until you talk to these people. It's really it's a big gap between at the top. They all together. They all bunched together. We wouldn't even know, but they all Michael Rubin.
Everybody for the
DM. He Fanatics. They own that. Michael Rubin DM'd us and said, "Keep killing it."
Wow,
that's heavy. I got video of Michael Rubin opening up his pack. I didn't realize it was that.
Michael, we need tickets to the white party. So just want you to know. You know what I mean? For the culture.
Shout out.
For the culture, Mike.
Sure.
for the culture, brother. That's right. He's a cool dude though, man. Mike is cool, man. And he had that big party. Y'all know that big party all the stars come out and all that stuff. Just don't come up behind me and hug me like you did everybody else. I'm cool with Mike. No Diddy. But anyway. Really? Cause this is the barbershop. This is the barbershop.
You good?
The use of no Diddy and skyrocketed every barbershop.
So let me be honest. Let me be honest, y'all. It's the first time I used it. The first time I ever said, because I'm a Diddy fan. I'm sorry, y'all. I like Diddy.
Well, everybody.
I like Diddy. I like his music, y'all. I almost look like him a little bit.
But
go ahead. Almost.
I want to know when the No Diddy stock is coming out.
The No Diddy stock.
You gotta buy it and sell it.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
I think someone already tried to trademark it too, right? Somebody did. A rapper. Come on, y'all. We gotta stop doing that to our people. What do you think? We gotta stop doing this, right? We gotta.
I'll plead the fifth on this one. I don't know.
You a Diddy fan?
I mean, I think if you're of the generation that came up with Bad Boy and all that, you love the music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is rough to hear about and know about. I don't know.
But you know
it's hard.
But listen, this is something new, y'all. Let me be honest. You see people reach these higher heights. They go up the ladder to the top of the mountain. Y'all do know that you come down. Everybody in history. It's always happening. It's always something that bring them down. You know what I mean? And I think it's a time for grace sometime. And they didn't lock the brother up. He didn't lock him up. He's in the mugshots, all right? So I don't know what's going on.
I believe that's
we
just
hard
still
on our people,
under investigation, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, and we hard on our people though. We just hard. You know what I mean? Because I think we get into the culture of the cancel stuff, and we don't want to get canceled. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Everybody when they separate themselves from people. But where's the grace at though? We love it. You know what I mean? Hey.
I mean, you absolutely can definitely be someone that pray for him, pray for whatever.
Right.
I'm not serious.
Yeah, I'm with
you. Everyone is to be given grace in certain situations. It just depends on how deep that this situation is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when that truth is exposed or comes out, or whichever way it goes,
right,
that decision's made. But yeah. I don't know.
That's why I don't do too much judging, y'all. You know what I mean? I'll be sitting back. I don't comment too much. I stay neutral as much as I can. You know what I mean?
I'm the only reason this happened because I came on here. You just said I've not said a thing on social media. I don't,
That's right.
I don't say nothing. But
somebody
done put me in this seat.
Yeah, like ham cam work. That's what happens. Look, that's what happens.
Yeah,
see?
you know.
So close up to me, have cam real quick. Just don't break none of my shit up. Don't bring up another. I'm trying. Don't bring none of my shit up. I'm neutral. Listen, man. I'm gonna show grace. I want grace. Everybody get their time. You know, I mean, it's just life. It's contrast. Yeah. Life gotta have a contrast. So anyway, Jared, man, I want to thank you so much, man, for just joining us and stuff like that. But man, it's awesome. And I want to ask you something else too. So right now, everybody's doing a lot of online stuff and all that, right? Sure. Do you see yourself getting into a brick and mortar, or do you think about that? Because I don't know if it's still popular. People still trying to open up stores. Where you at with that? Do you want to have your own brick and mortar?
I mean, we talked about it before. If I did, it would be like an experience. Like, it would be a museum. Like in Canada, like they say the Canada Goose stores, you can't even buy a coat. You go in the store and they got different temperature rooms so you could try on the coats. Then you place your order and they mail it to you. Like, I would do something like that, like different.
Oh, so they got the different temperatures. So if you go in the room, it's gonna be cold.
Because Canada Goose coats is supposed to keep you warm. So
did you know that hair came? I ain't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be something innovative like that people come to see, like not just to buy clothes. Because in 2024, the malls is closing. You go in malls like unless you a super mega mall like King of Prussia, like Christiana Mall, like you having trouble. All the malls having trouble right now.
With people coming in there and shopping and stuff like that.
For sure. It's empty. Like,
that's hurtful
dead.
too.
The malls is going to brands like us and saying, look, come in here. We give you 3 months free. Like, they're really doing that. So
to bring your store into their store.
For sure. Because they got so many empty doors.
Wow. Yeah. What you say, Have Cam?
It's almost like interactive shopping.
There you go.
You sound like Barry White on the mic. I don't know if I put a little bass in your mic. I don't know, but say it again.
Thank you.
God, how come my mic don't sound? Anyway, but that's what it is. Look, I remember me. Look at me like they crazy. We keep 100 at the barbershop. We keep 100. But I miss going into the stores and shopping. And it's not just clothing, y'all. I can't even go into a furniture store and get a couch or a dining room set. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, you go in there and say, it's going to be like 12 weeks. Why? It's right here. You know what I mean? Remember they say, bag that one up. It's no more of that no more. You can't just, bag it up, and take whatever you want. It's like, I don't know, times have changed. Yeah. So if you don't keep up with time.
I thought it would speed up by now. Like, you know what I mean? Right after the pandemic, I was like, okay, I get it.
We back now.
It's like, dag, still?
Yeah.
Like, what y'all doing? Nobody came back to work.
That's exactly how I feel. And people not working. So let me ask you this. So with that, do you have employees? Or do you need people? Do you?
For sure.
The whole team.
It's me and my business partner, and then we brought on this kid. He was a marketing consultant. Well, that's what he is now. He was an intern. Now he's a marketing consultant. But he's in London. He works for Tops under the Fanatics umbrella. Wow. Kid named my business partner, Daryl Jones. The other kid's name is Orlando Ashford. So
wow, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Yeah, man. Good stuff, man.
But we need employees. I hire videographers. That's
right.
what I'm looking at. He got the red camera.
Whoa. What? Huh? What? A little plug?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We're going to talk. Like, no doubt.
Right.
We talked about it. That's how you uplift your community.
That's right, man.
Why would I order? Now that I know her, why would I order food from anywhere else?
Man, let me tell you something. This show can't get old fast enough, man. I got to eat the rest of that macaroni and cheese,
For
man.
sure.
No, but we enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying watching Cutsconvocoffee. We having a ball, man. We got Jared right here, the owner of the Culture clothing line, man. And we appreciate you so much, man. Listen, if y'all got a couple more minutes, we got to do a couple more segments. My next segment is one of my favorites. You know what I mean? It's called Out of Pocket. The reason why we call it Out of Pocket because a lot of people in the society or on social media go a little left. We're not here to blast you. We just want to bring you back a little bit and say, nah, man, you know what? It's time for Out of Pocket. If you don't want to chime in, you can chime in. If not, I'm going to go ahead and run it. I'm going to tell you what it is. You ready? Let's go. So, on Out of Pocket, we touched on it a little bit earlier in the show, and I told you we're going to bring right back with Chris Brown and Quavo. I heard the rap. I love Chris Brown rap. I wasn't too fond of Quavo. It was okay. We all agreed. I don't know if y'all heard. It was okay. But that's the problem. The problem is, Quavo, you cannot lose to an R&B singer if you are a rapper. You cannot lose a rap battle if you are a rapper against an R&B singer. And for that reason, Mr. Quavo from the Amigos, right? Nigga, you out of pocket, man. I just want to clear it up. Do y'all feel me on that, though? Like, it's like you can't lose on that, right? And I ain't trying to blast you, bro, but it is what it is, man. Chris Brown is a whole singer, R&B singer. You know what I mean? But I will say this. They better be lucky that boy ain't no rapper. I'm going to be honest. Because he could be in the top, what, Sean, top 10? Chris Brown, if he was a rapper?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Top 5?
No.
Top 10?
I'll give him top 10.
Gosh. Wow.
Quavo's song, it got bounce to it, though. Like, you could listen to it. Like, if he was out, they could play Quavo's song. Like, got a little,
well, that's what we were saying. So, me and Have Cam.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah,
you on it. You know what I mean? Cause, go ahead. What, Have Cam? Because I know you want to say something about
I
this.
agree with Jared. All I'm saying is he's a rapper.
True.
He's a rapper.
Right. And Chris Brown is a singer.
It's a singer.
But Chris Brown rapped. And so Quavo shouldn't have made a song.
That's true.
He shouldn't have made a song. That's what you were saying.
Quavo don't have bars though. He write hooks. Like he not really a real rapper.
I agree. That's a good point too. That's a good point. He's not a real rapper, but you can't lose to an R&B singer though.
Hey, if you're in the smoke, it's smoke.
Yeah.
Hey,
Chris
man.
Brown been showing he can rap for years though. He always come out with a little something on some of his songs.
I agree.
He's been saying that, so I wasn't surprised.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was good.
He might have had that recorded and ready.
He probably did. He knew that day was coming. Yeah. Oh, it's coming. I bet people do that too, man. I know I'm gonna be for him sooner or later. Let me go ahead and start right now. Drake might do that. You know what I mean? Drake, he been a lot about it. Why they going on Drake so much, man? What is that? Are they jealous of Drake? I don't know. Y'all Drake fans?
I like Drake.
I like Drake.
Yeah.
But they going on Drake, man.
I don't consider him like a battle rapper. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I don't consider him a battle rapper, but I do like Drake. I'm a fan of his music.
Do you have a top 3 rappers?
Oh, that's too difficult.
Ain't that difficult? You got top 3?
That's
top
too
5?
difficult. I would say.
You don't have to tell in order or nothing like that, but who would be in your top 5? Name one person. Name one. That should be easy.
I mean, for me, just from complete catalog, Jay-Z definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta put Jay-Z in there.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is.
I like
it is what it is. I know people
good.
say, there are going to be people that argue that or whatever, but catalog-wise, accomplishment-wise, Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
Okay. But that's cool. That's cool, man.
You just want to stop there?
That's cool. That's cool. Go. Who? Give me somebody in the top 5.
I got Future. I'm gonna be controversial.
Woo!
Future
Lord.
Right now.
Woo!
Yo,
Abundance is like.
I'm being controversial. I done had so many arguments. I go to the barbershop. It's a bunch of old heads in the shop. I told them Future was better than Rakim. They damn near wanted to fight me, man.
Yeah,
wow, that's
wild. I can understand that. Is it wild that they want to fight him, or the wild that he said Future better than Rakim?
Better than Rakim.
Come on, Mia. Come on. Mia's coming back on the next show. Listen, we already know. Listen, come on now.
I like Future. Shout out to Future.
Oh my God.
Yo, that's wild.
Oh my God. I'm gonna cause a little trouble, but y'all gonna agree with me. Y'all gonna agree with me on the name, but I'm gonna cause trouble after that. I'm gonna say Kanye West is in my top 5.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna put, this is the controversy part. I'm gonna put him over Jay-Z.
No.
Hands down. Y'all, they want to act like they scared to say it.
Nah.
Not y'all.
I would never. Yeah.
I'm gonna put Kanye West over Jay-Z.
I mean, I like College Dropout. What's the one after that?
All of them.
That's the thing. I didn't. I think Yeezus fell off for me.
Right.
What was after that? That's what I mean. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
But I love his features. There's so many things.
I think about rapper, better rapper.
Just bars. You saying
bars?
Okay.
Not. I hear what you're saying too for the music, but I'm talking about better rapper.
You like
versatile wise. He can go
Y'all are so
we're gonna go somewhere else, y'all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So disrespectful for not saying Jada.
Jada?
First of all, Jada all day.
He honorable mention.
Jada all day.
As a rapper, right?
Yes.
Right.
Jada all day.
All right, Jada or Benny C.
All right, y'all.
I like Jada close to the top 5, no doubt.
Listen, man, we got a couple more minutes left of the show. We gonna go somewhere else. That's how the barbershop is, man. Listen, man. Jared, listen, man. I want to thank you, number one, for just joining us again on this show and just spitting some truth. And I hear the authenticness. It's not only your clothesline is authentic. You are authentic, man. From the time I met you, man. And it just shows all through your clothes. They say how a man do anything, so I do everything. Right. And you always showing some class, and I know your clothesline is class, and I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man.
Definitely coming on the show, man. Tell everybody where they can find you at and where they can find the clothes one more time.
Yeah, For the Culture INC, that's the app. We on TikTok, all of that. YouTube, For the Culture Clothing. Twitter, For the Culture IN. But yeah, tap in just for the. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you this. I always do this because when I talk, I be going through telling all the different things. Number one, we one of the only black-owned Disney licensees in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, we do Lion King theatrical stuff in the world, period.
Wow.
One of the only ones. I don't know another one.
That's awesome.
But that's one. But
wow.
What I really want to say is that
go ahead.
If you got something going on, if you got a business, whatever your business is,
yes,
never ever stop. Don't let nobody shut your clock off.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody else tell you to stop doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Everybody I know that made it, they worked for millions of years before they really was on the way that they wanted to be on. It's gonna take work. It might not look good this month, this year.
Yes.
Keep that energy and keep going forward. And it might not be in the exact arena you in. It might go to a different arena. So you gotta be able to pivot. But just keep that energy going, keep that work going, and that's it. Leave them with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jared Wright, man. Half Cam, Half Amazing. We're almost there, man.
Yes, sir.
Half Cam. I got one more segment to do, man.
You do?
Yo, are you ready for that?
You know the name of it?
I do. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and run that video because now it's time for Just Ask D.reed, man. Let's see this video, man.
What's up, D.reed? It's your boy Sean Love at Head Poets.
All right.
You can find me on social media at Sean Love 77 on Facebook and Instagram.
It's your boy.
I was just curious.
Okay.
What do you do about customers
I'm looking at it.
who always show up late?
All right, Sean. So your boy Sean from Head Poets Barbershop. He asked me a question. And the question is, how do I handle in the barbershop people that's always late? You know what I mean? So, Sean, look, first of all, thank you for your question and joining in. Just Ask D.reed. Just Ask D.reed is where people can send me videos and emails and DMs and all that stuff. Ask me questions about anything. And it don't have to be just about barbershops, just business or whatever question. Nothing's off the table. Someone last week asked something about the podcast. So, to answer your questions, so it's two ways. Number one, let's just eliminate the problem at first and by having a policy. The policy would be letting your clients know from the gate there's a policy and there's a late policy. You know what I mean? You got to let them know. For a situation like this, it sounds like, and this is the other side of it, it sounds like you didn't have a policy or someone didn't have a policy of late, and then this person started showing up late, and what happened was you found out it started affecting you, meaning that you was late, you was behind, you had your other client that was in the chair that was late, and you had them behind, and now you got to play catch up. So now you said, hold up, I got to stop this thing. So what happened is, again, if you didn't have a policy in the beginning, letting people know that I have a late policy with a grace period, you know what I mean? Because life happens, and sometimes you do have to have a grace period. When I was cutting hair, I had a grace period, 10-minute grace period. If you're late, and then or we put a penalty there, and you got to add extra $5 or something like that. So you're going to have to add a penalty too. So that'll help too as well. But number one, you got to have a policy first. Now, if you didn't have a policy, I'm going to help you out. This is what you're going to do. It's something that you just can't start immediately. Now, again, if you're the owner of the shop or barber, you can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna try to help you do it in the right way. If something that you didn't have in place, you gotta give people time to get right for that. So what you wanna do is say, hey man, send a text out, an email, whatever you do, a group to all your clients, say, hey, on May 1st, if you're late, you're going to have to pay this policy. If you're 10 minutes late, you're going to give you a grace period. You're going to have to pay this fee, or you're going to be canceled after 10 minutes. But, I mean, if you have a person that's just running late and stuff like that, it's going to be kind of crazy if you didn't have a policy in the first place and they just run late. That means you didn't have a rule laid out. You know what I mean? So they're going to do what the hell they want to do. So you're going to have to be the umbrella. You have to control your thing and do it the right way. If you don't have a policy, make a policy, but give people time to adapt to that policy. It's your boy, Top Chef D.reed, man. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? Hair cam. That's what I would do.
Yes.
That makes sense, right?
I'm always on time.
So you ever move another client ahead of the late client?
No, I just cancel. Yeah, like if the person coming late. Yeah, you know what? Let me be honest. A lot of times people follow to what you do. You know, if you're a barber that's on time, you don't know, but you're also training your clients to be on time too as well. And people don't know that. See, I was very punctual, and I took pride in being there before my client, and so I'm known for really never being late. You know what I mean?
But what if one of your cuts run over?
It happens.
Or you fit somebody in. Do you do that? Somebody like, yo, I give you extra. Cut my son here.
No, you know what? And people do that too. You know what I mean? But I never was the type of barber that did stuff like that where you can bribe me a couple of dollars and say, man, I just never. I didn't do that when I was younger, when I was a young boy. So I never put that into my repertoire of cut. I never did that. You know what I mean? I didn't care. And if you're late and you overpass my grace period, then you got to reschedule. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you have to build yourself up to be able to do that too. I had so many clients that, you're late, you know what I mean? But sometimes you just starting out, you'll just take somebody because I need this money, you know what I mean? So I understand that. But try to stick to your guns, man. Try your best to stick to your guns and try to be on time because it pays off in the long run. It's not only that you're training yourself to be on time, but you're also training your clients without knowing that, hey, he's going to be there. You know what I mean? And what happened with me, people started being late or something like that. They'll call me and say, hey, I'm running a little late. Because they knew I was going to be there. You know what I mean? And then they started respecting my time. And then they started apologizing on certain times. And, I already know I got to reschedule. So, again, have a policy from the gate. Let them know. 10-minute grace period. After that, you're either going to pay a fine or you're going to have to cancel. But if you didn't do that, give them some time to adapt to the new policy. So, there it is. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you, man. Thank you, Sean, man, for that, man, from Head Poets, man. Listen again. Once again, we want to thank you guys for watching Cutsconvocoffee. I want to say a shout out to my boy Sean in the building. What's up, Sean? You cameraman, waiting for your projects to come out. We can't wait. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. We appreciate you. I have you on. We don't get to see you that much. You know what I mean? So, have you on Abundance Child? We want to thank you too as well for being part of the show today. We thank you so much. We love you. We thank you for the food. I'm gonna go ahead and warm this up because I can't wait. You know what I mean? I might just eat it just like it is.
That part.
How was it though, Jared?
It was good for sure.
And ladies, and Miss Mia Mendez, thank you so much. It was a surprise.
You.
This me too. Right, exactly. How's the drink? That's good?
Very good. I didn't want to ask again because I know you already went through it, but good. I want to know what it is specifically after. We'll talk about it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
It's very good.
Oh man, we're top of the hour now, and I want to thank you guys again. I wouldn't want to do it without my man Half Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Tim Fontaine. I really appreciate you. I want another shout out to Jared. Listen, it's the boy Top Shelf D.reed. You can check me out on Instagram at Top Shelf Reed, TikTok Top Shelf D.reed, or DerekDreed.com. Make sure you check out my book Mindset Go. That was on Amazon. There it is. It's got it in the audio, Kindle, and what else? And paperback, as you can see. And if you hit me up, I might send you a signed copy. We're gonna make it happen. But listen, I want to thank you guys for watching this show. And everybody good? We all straight? Yes. So you know what they say. Most people say when things get right, I make a move. But the reality is, things get right when you make a move. It's a boy, Top Shelf D.reed. I'll see y'all next time on Cuts Convo and Coffee, man. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Top Shelf D.reed. Just want to thank you guys for watching the show. Make sure you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. See y'all next time.
Fontaine!